Despite the worn-out condition of the old teddy bear, my 5-year-old son Luke became deeply attached to it, calling it Mr. Bear inexplicably. Even though my wife and I decided to dispose of it while Luke slept, the bond he formed with the bear was undeniable, showing the power of childhood attachments and imagination. Luke woke up frantic, searching for Mr. Bear, terrified and pale, like something terrible had happened. That night, things escalated. Luke didn't sleep. He started whispering to someone, pointing at the closet, saying, "He's here." I found him wide-eyed and sweating, clutching the bear's old ribbon. I know I threw that bear away, but the ribbon was back, dirty and frayed, wrapped tight around his little hands. I tried to take it, but Luke screamed, "Don't. He's watching." The chilling sensation of waking up to scratching under the bed, only to see a pale hand with jagged nails reaching out and grabbing your ankle. As I yanked free and pulled Luke into my arms, we clutched each other's hands tightly and ran for the door. However, as we reached it, something slammed against it from the other side with a powerful force. The door rattled, deep breathing echoed through the room, and claws scraped against the wood. The intensity of the scratching indicated that whatever was doing it would stop at nothing until it broke through. Luke's expression changed from fear to emptiness as he uttered a haunting whisper, "You shouldn't have thrown him away." His words sent shivers down my spine, and I realized the depth of his despair and resolve. The scratching stopped, and an eerie silence enveloped the room. The absence of the familiar sound left an unsettling feeling in the air, as if the very fabric of normalcy had been disrupted. As I finally opened the door and pulled Luke out of the room, the weight of unease settled heavily on my shoulders. We took refuge in the living room for the night, but sleep eluded me. Despite the silence of the house, an eerie sensation lingered, as if an unseen presence was watching our every move. The next morning, Luke was different. He just sat in his room, holding the bear's ribbon. His voice was barely a whisper. "I'm sorry. I'll bring him back." It was evident that Luke was deeply affected by the loss of the bear, his demeanor reflecting a sense of regret and determination. I followed the trail of dark, wet dirt from the bed to the closet, a chilling realization dawning upon me. Luke looked up at me, his eyes dark, hollow. He squeezed the ribbon tightly in his fist. His expression conveyed a sense of deep sorrow and anguish, as if he was clinging onto the ribbon for dear life, seeking solace in its familiarity amidst the turmoil within him. The man's ominous warning sent shivers down her spine. His voice was devoid of any warmth as he spoke with a chilling confidence. "You can't stop him," he said, his voice cold. "Mr. Bear's coming for you. I'm writing this from my study. The house is quiet now, too quiet. Luke hasn't made a sound in hours, and I'm too scared to check on him." The ribbon, dirt, the hand. I can still feel the cold grip on my ankle. I've locked myself in here, hoping it'll be enough, but deep down, I know it won't be. The scratching has started again, faint at first, but it's growing louder. I hear it coming from under the door, and I know what's next. There's no escape. I threw him away, and now he's coming for me.